For 20 years, smartphones have been grids of dormant icons, reacting only when we touch them. By integrating continuous environmental awareness into iOS 27, the iPhone shifts from a passive tool into an active observer of your life. This transformation relies on three distinct structural changes: a ground-up reconstruction of Siri, the integration of deep generative image tools, and a massive overhaul of how the system manages its own performance. Building this level of intelligence directly into a mobile device requires solving a difficult math problem. The system has to process massive amounts of personal data without draining the battery in 3 hours or compromising your privacy on a remote server. Apple's solution is a hybrid execution model. Simple queries are handled entirely by the local chip, but when you ask for complex reasoning, like summarizing a long thread of messages, the system securely routes stateless data to Apple's private cloud compute nodes. We are moving away from an interface where every digital event requires a deliberate tap. For these new features to work, the operating system has to actively compute and anticipate the world around you in real time. The most visible part of this shift is the new Siri AI. It has been rebuilt from a basic keyword matching voice parser into a conversational system that understands personal context and maintains a dialogue across multiple follow-up questions. It also gains the ability to see through your hardware. In the camera app, the new Siri mode lets the assistant scan your environment to identify objects, translate text, or even calculate the split on a paper restaurant receipt. You can use this visual intelligence to extract nutritional data from a meal, or scan a printed event flyer to automatically add the time and location to your calendar. This integration also monitors your digital activity. If you're on a phone call with an airline, the system can proactively find a confirmation code inside your mail app and display it on the screen exactly when you need it. True artificial intelligence on a phone requires an engine that doesn't just respond to prompts, but understands your immediate physical and digital surroundings. This generative logic has also fundamentally changed the Photos app. A new Extend feature uses machine learning to analyze the edges of a photo and generate matching background pixels, allowing tightly cropped images to fit the lock screen aspect ratio naturally. The Cleanup tool has also been upgraded with generative models. Instead of just blurring out an unwanted object, the system can now reconstruct the complex textures of the background that were previously hidden. When you create an entirely new image in Image Playground, the system can now output photorealistic results. These files are automatically tagged with a hidden Synth ID watermark, ensuring that AI-generated content can always be identified. Captured reality has effectively become a baseline for further machine learning. This allows you to treat any photograph in your library as a malleable digital canvas, rather than a finished, unchangeable record. But an intelligent system is only useful if the interface is legible. In iOS 26, the translucent liquid glass design frequently made it difficult to read text, especially when the background content was complex or the environment was bright. To fix this, Apple added a dedicated slider in the Settings app. You can manually choose from a clear glass look to an opaque, tinted version for legibility. The system also adds darkened edges to give depth, and toolbars snap to solid layouts during a scroll to prevent visual clutter. These refinements show that while the design is becoming more physics-based, Apple is prioritizing functional legibility over pure stylistic consistency. Powering these generative features places a massive strain on the hardware. Every time the AI analyzes an image or parses a conversation, it risks draining the battery or causing the device to throttle due to heat. iOS 27 implements neural engine sandboxing. Background apps are blocked from AI power without specific entitlements, preventing thermal spikes. These constraints drive massive improvements. Apps launch 30% faster, photos load 70%. While iOS 27 supports older devices, the new Siri AI and Apple Intelligence features require at least an iPhone 15 Pro. Even more advanced tools, like the customizable on-device Siri voice and dual capture FaceTime, are restricted to the upcoming processors in the iPhone 17 Pro. Geography is also a factor. Due to the Digital Markets Act, the new Siri AI and generative features won't be available in the European Union. Similarly, these artificial intelligence tools are facing severe launch restrictions in the Chinese market. Apple is betting that the iPhone's transition into an active digital agent will change how we interact with technology. Whether that intelligence is worth the hardware upgrade is a question only the users can answer.